Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Se-hun footballer. We hope you find it enlightening. Se-hun, born 15 January 1999, is a South Korean footballer who plays as a forward for Shimizu S-Pulse. A towering centre forward, he is considered one of the most promising players of his generation in South Korea regarding his finishing both on headers and shoots, positioning, passing and ball possession, as well as his physical qualities. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on the beginnings and Ulsan Hyundai as we explore its nuances and implications. A graduate from Hyundai High School in Seoul, in 2018 he signed his first professional contract with Kelvin League One team Ulsan Hyundai. He was originally set to reinforce the youth squad of the Horangi in the National Reserve League. However, on March 1, 2018, Ulsan's manager Kim Do-hoon caught everyone by surprise by giving his senior debut at only 19 years old, as he chose him for the starting XI against Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors in the first game of the season. He played for 56 minutes before being replaced by Janaya Negro, and his side eventually suffered a away loss. After making his continental debut in the AFC Champions League in April, coming in as a substitute for Cho Young-cheol in a away draw against Kawasaki Frontale. Throughout the year, went on to make other two brief appearances in Kelvin League One, coming off the bench in two consecutive matches at the start of May against Se-hun Samsung Blue Wings and Pohang Steelers. Let's now turn our attention to military service, Seonmugwon and the Sangmu, and examine its role within the larger context. Approaching 2019, decided to serve his compulsory military duty so he could focus on his development as a player. As a result, he was loaned to Seonmugwon, which at the time featured young players attending military service. He made his debut with the police-owned team on March 2, 2019, playing the entirety of the away win against Jeonnam Dragons and scoring his first senior goal at the 82nd minute. Frequently featured in the starting XI through the whole Kelvin League 2 season, he concluded the year with 30 appearances, 26 of which as a starter and 7 goals. The following year, as Seonmugwon was disbanded and replaced by Civil Team Chungnamusan, and several other players moved to the Army's main football team, Sangmu, which was set to play in the Kelvin League One. He was given the number 18 shirt and made his debut for the Sangmu on June 13, 2020, in a home match against Pohang Steelers. Although his side suffered a loss, he scored both of Sangmu's goals, one of which being a penalty. He featured regularly during the whole summer, scoring another couple of goals. However, on August 15, 2020, he suffered an injury against FC Seoul and got ruled out for a month. Some weeks before, on August 2, during an away match against Gangwon, a collision between him and Young Ji-young during a header attempt left the latter with a concussion, causing him a loss of consciousness for some minutes. Who got booked following the impact, was visibly shocked. Nevertheless, later on in the match he was able to assist Kim Bo-seed's temporary equalizer, and the teams ended up drawing 2-2. Luckily, Young fully recovered from the accident and was soon able to get on the pitch again. Returned on the pitch at the end of September, but suffered another injury just 1 week later, as the Sangmu lost to his home team Ulsan. This forced him to miss the last 3 matches of the season. Even though bad luck kneecapped his season, still managed to register 13 appearances, all as a starter, and 4 goals, contributing to the Sangmu's highest finish ever in the top-tier league, with the club obtaining a final 4th place despite of being destined to automatic relegation since the start of 2020 due to their planned relocation. In 2021, spent the last months of his military service in Kelvin League 2, as the Army's team moved to Gimcheon. He was given the number 9 shirt. He featured in 4 games, 3 of which as a starter, before exiting the squad as summer approached, in preparation to his return to Ulsan. Moving on to the next segment, we have returned to Ulsan. Right after he completed his military service and came back to Ulsan Hyundai, Manager Hong Myung-bo included him in the list of players that would travel to the centralized venue in Bangkok and take part in the group stage matches of the AFC Champions League throughout June and July 2021. Mainly used as a backup striker for Lucas Hinterseer and Kim Ji-hyun, he registered his first appearance for Ulsan after almost 3 years on June 26, 2021, when he came on as a substitute and assisted the only goal of the match scored by Hinterseer against Vietal. He also started against Koya Iloilo on July 2, scoring a brace as his side obtained a win. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of international career and discovering its transformative power. He represented South Korea at several youth levels. In 2015, he was selected by head coach Choi Jin-chul to take part in the FIFA U17 World Cup in Chile. Being one of the youngest members of the squad, he was used to substitute, but still managed to leave his mark in the competition, coming in for Lee Sung-woo in the injury time of the group stage match against Guinea. He scored the winner just 1 minute since he had got on the pitch, as he sent the ball in the top corner of the net after being assisted by Yoo Ju-eun. Bo's goal was eventually included in FIFA's top 10 list of the tournament's best goals. South Korea was eventually eliminated from the World Cup in the round of 16, following a loss against Belgium. In 2018, he took part both in the Toulon tournament, where the South Korean selection was eliminated in the group stage, and the AFC Under-19 Championship, where his side reached the final before losing to eventual winners Saudi Arabia. In 2019, he was selected by head coach Chung Yin-yong to take part in the FIFA U20 World Cup in Poland, being the only player in South Korea's 21-men list who was serving his military duty. Except for the debut in the group stage against Portugal, Oh started every single match of his side, scoring 2 consecutive headers against Argentina and Japan in the round of 16, and 1 penalty in South Korea's successful shootout against Senegal in the quarter-finals. As a result, he played a considerable role in the Taeguk Warriors' road to the tournament's final, then lost to Ukraine with the score of. In 2020, he was selected by head coach Kim Hak-bum to be part of the squad that would participate in the AFC U23 Championship in Thailand. Used frequently during the tournament, he scored a brace in South Korea's win against Uzbekistan in the last game of the group stage, thus getting involved in the Taeguk Warriors' first victory of the competition, as they beat Saudi Arabia after the extra time in the final and qualified for the Olympics. With that being said, let's now move on to personal life. He's similarly as tall as his father, while his mother is a former handball player. From a sports-related point of view, his main role model is fellow South Korean and forward Kim Shin-wook, with whom Oh has been likened due to similar physical structure and aerial ability. He went to the same high school as Choi Jun. The two have been teammates and have represented South Korea at a youth international level for years. He's probably religious. Sometimes, he can be seen reciting a prayer at the end of a match. As we enter this new phase, let's analyze career statistics from different angles and evaluate its significance. As of 20 February 2022, Club Performance League Cup Continental Total Season Club League Apps Goals 2018 Ulsan Hyundai Kelvin League 130 2019 Asan Yugam Walone Kelvin League 237 2020 Sangyu Sangmu Army Kelvin League 113 for 2021 Gimchun Sangmu Army Kelvin League 240 2021 Ulsan Hyundai Kelvin League 119 7 Korea Total 69 18 10. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into the fascinating world of international. South Korea UFQ 19 Championship runner-up 2018. South Korea FIFA U20 World Cup runner-up 2019. South Korea UFQ 23 Championship 2020. Remember to follow me on social media for behind-the-scenes content and updates.